Welcome back, everybody. We are continuing section 5.7. Today we're going to talk about scalar multiplication and multiplication. Scalar multiplication is basically like distributing. So when you multiply some value k times a matrix, then the answer is k times x. So if I'm looking at example 4, I'm distributing the 5. I'm distributing it to the 2, the -3, the 0, and the 4. So I'm multiplying a 2 by 2 matrix times the scalar, which means my answer will still be a 2 by 2 matrix. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times -3 is -15. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 4 is 20. And that would be my answer. Example B, you're distributing 3/4, or you can use 0.75 since that's not rounding, to all 4 elements in our matrix. So 3/4 times 20 is 15. 3/4 times 36 is 27. 3/4 times 12 is 9. And 3/4 times -16 is -12. So that would be our answer matrix. On the bottom, these properties are just showing you all the different ways that these can be multiplied. So distributing here, you'd have AC plus AD, CA plus CB. And that if I'm multiplying C times A and times D, then you can also do C times A times D. And then C times D times A. This is basically like the associative property where we're just changing the parentheses down. So the left side would be distributive, and this side would be associative. All right, on the next page, we're jumping to example 5. We're talking about multiplying matrices now. So how do I know if 2 matrices can be multiplied? And if so, what is other information that we can find out? So we have matrix A, that's a 3 by 2, and matrix B, that's a 2 by 4. So the first question, can A times B be calculated? Well, if these two inside values, the column of A times the row of B, are exactly the same number, then yes, we can multiply them together. If we can multiply them together, then what would the answer look like? What are the dimensions? And so the dimensions are the 2 values on the outside. The answer would be a 3 by 4. So now if I'm looking, can B times A be calculated? So this time, B is going to be on the left, which is a 2 by 4, and A is going to be on the right, which is a 3 by 2. So remember, we have to check the inside dimensions. Those two have to be exactly the same, and they are not. We have a 4 and a 3. So no, B times A cannot be calculated. So if it can't be calculated, we can't tell the dimensions because it's not possible for us to do. So this is where matrices are a little different than regular multiplication, because in regular multiplication, it wouldn't matter if I did 3 times 4 or 4 times 3. I could get 12 either way. It's different when we're talking about matrices. So we're going to start by hand learning how to multiply these matrices. So we're starting with A times B. A is a 2 by 2, B is a 2 by 2. First question is, do our inside dimensions match? Yes. So the answer is going to be the outside dimensions from left to right, which is a 2 by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now, how do we actually multiply A times B? Well, we multiply the row on A by the column on B. So 1 and 3. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. 3 times 0 is 0. Negative 2 plus 0 is negative 2. And that's how we get our first answer. Now I'm going to multiply row 1 on A by row 2 on B. So 1 and 3. 7 times 1 is 7. 2 times 3 is 6. 7 plus 6 is 13. Now that we're done with the top row of our answer, we're going to the bottom row. That means we're also going to the bottom row of A. So the bottom row of A, erase these. We have negative 2 and 5. It's row by column. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. 5 times 0 is 0. 4 plus 0 is 4. Still have that bottom row, so now we have to multiply it by the second row over here, negative 2 and 5. 7 times negative 2 is negative 14. 2 times 5 is 10. Negative 14 plus 10 is negative 4. This is our answer matrix, and that part's finished. All right, let's take a look at example B. Example B is telling us B is coming first. B is a 2 by 2, and then A. A is a 2 by 2. So we check, do our inside dimensions match? Yes. So we're allowed to have an answer for this. And then our answer is again going to be a 2 by 2 because of the outside stuff. So I'm going to rewrite our two matrices in order. Oops. Let's try that again. So we have negative 2, 7, 0, 2. And then we're going to have A. So 1, 3, negative 2, 5. Start row 1, column 1. So -2 and 7. -2 times 1 is -2. 7 times -2 is -14. -2 plus -14 is -16. First row, second column, so -2 and 7. 3 times -2 is -6. 5 times 7 is 35. -6 plus 35 is 29. Now we're done with the top row of our answer, so we go to the bottom row. Bottom row, I'll put this back together here. So 0, 2 times this first column. 0 times 1 is 0. 2 times -2 is -4. 0 plus -4 is -4. Second row by the second column. 3 times 0 is 0. 5 times 2 is 10. 0 plus 10 is 10. And this is our answer matrix. So for tomorrow, follow the link to download the TI graphing calculator if you'd like to learn how to do these in the graphing calculator. Those will be the notes for tomorrow. Take a look at the assignment for today and feel free to ask questions. Talk to you soon.